The Grimm explains this perfect. This kid's game prophesises the fall of the West, and it does. Perfectly. I've seen this once before. It just came up on my thing. It has to fall. There is no choice. We're kicking the can down the road. We're prolonging the agony, and we've got the entire economy is on life support. Screw the economy. Screw it. At this point, the worst thing we can do is keep this thing on life support any longer. We need to wake up to the fact that the West is done.
Let's play a game. This game will predict the next decades of economy, and it will predict the wars that will be fought in our world. It will predict the collapse of economy, how, why, and when it will happen.
How do you know?
A friend told me, Ray Dalio. He is an American oligarch, a billionaire, who studied how global empires rise and fall. Always the same patterns. The Dutch Empire, the British Empire, and now the American Empire. Are you ready to play the game?
Feels more like the game is playing me.
Here are the rules of the game. Every world empire is symbolized by a tower.
Who builds the tower?
The question is not who, but when. Every empire begins after a big conflict, war, revolution. The old tower has crashed. Blocks everywhere. The winners pick them up and build a clean, solid foundation. The bottom layers are always the same. First comes hard work, then strong character, then good education, then respect for rules, immaterial values over material values, law and order, faith, loyalty.
The bottom line, honor. People united, working well together. Honor is the fundament of every successful society.
This marks the beginning of the rise. Fast forward a few centuries.
So this is the Tower of the West.
The Tower of the American Empire, world domination. We are in the year 1950. Prosperity, innovation, new technologies, increased productivity. The tower is growing higher and higher. 1960, the US is #1 in global markets. Growing share of world trade. Great military to protect the trade routes. 1971, powerful financial center. Capital markets attract the world's money. And the key, that is the game changer. The currency is the world's leading reserve currency. Everyone trades in it, saves in it, lends in it. The empire can borrow more than anyone else at lower costs. And it now can create blocks out of thin air.
The people can do that?
Well, not the people, of course. The banks, Suki. Sorry.
What happens next?
A new generation takes over. The old founders and their people are long gone. The leaders now are rich kids who never had to work. They run the show. They borrow money instead of working for it.
That's when wealth goes down.
The opposite. People get more rich than ever, especially the top. Their wealth grows faster than the wages of the workers. Big wealth gap. Financial bubble. Regular people notice that the game becomes unwinnable. And here is the crucial mistake. These guys who are in power now get negligent and they become greedy. It's not the founders who worked hard. It's the spoiled kids and grandkids. They want a high tower but don't want to work for it. So they take out stones from the foundation. Character, education, old values. These blocks are sacrificed.
Why? They can just borrow more blocks.
They hate the foundation and they hate the good values. They want it their way. They love taking the foundational blocks to build the tower higher.
Tower becomes wobbly now.
To the masses, it does not look wobbly. It looks big and mighty.
It's bigger than ever.
The highest tower in the world. Everyone admires this tower. That's why the whole world started trading in the type of blocks of this tower. That's what we call world reserve currency. But this only works as long as this tower is the biggest in the world. But rivals on the other side of the world start to build their own tower.
China, the Tower of the East.
They copy the methods. They are poor and hungry. That makes them driven. At the same time, the Tower of the West takes out more and more stones from the foundation to keep building the tower higher. The turning point comes soon. It will collapse if this goes on.
Stupid question. Why don't they just stop building the tower higher? Then it wouldn't collapse.
Let me ask you, who owns the blocks?
The people. I don't know. The government. Administration.
No, that is the problem. It is who own all the blocks. That's why the towers have to get higher and higher.
Why?
Fancy Feast. More ways to show.
So who do you reckon it is that owns the blocks? The people, it's who they sold the soul to. They have no choice.